Chapter 1. The Echoes of Incarceration. As the echo of footsteps reverberates through the cold, concrete halls, the haunting atmosphere of the prison sets the stage for our journey. I am your narrator, once a prisoner, now a guide through this world that remains hidden from many. Behind these imposing walls, despair often shadows hope, yet amidst the darkness, flickers of humanity endure. These walls tell stories, whispers of lives interrupted, dreams deferred, and the relentless pursuit of redemption. In this audiobook, we will delve into the lives of those imprisoned, sharing their voices and experiences through intimate diary entries and candid reflections. You will hear the raw, unfiltered truth of individuals whose paths have crossed in this unforgiving environment, each navigating their own narrative of regret, growth, and hope. Together, we will explore what it means to find light in the shadows and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of despair. Chapter 2. The Weight of Regret. As the soundscape shifts to the quiet rustle of paper and the distant echo of footsteps, Evelyn Evie Torres's voice emerges, laced with the weight of sorrow and longing. Her diary entries paint a raw picture of a crime of passion driven by desperation, a moment that altered the course of her life and her children's future. Evie's words are filled with memories of laughter, bedtime stories, and the innocent joy of motherhood, now replaced by the stark reality of incarceration. I made a choice that day, a choice that shattered my family, she confesses, her voice trembling with regret. Each entry reveals the internal struggle of a mother who dreams of reuniting with her children, coupled with the harsh acceptance of her past mistakes. Through her reflections, listeners feel the depth of her love and the haunting question, can one truly find redemption after so grave a misstep? Chapter 3. A Cycle of Choices. As the rhythmic clanking of the prison gates settles into an unsettling silence, Marcus Jones's voice breaks through, laden with the weight of memories and remorse. Raised in a neighborhood where gang culture thrived, Marcus reflects on his choices with brutal honesty. It felt inevitable, he says, recounting the allure of loyalty that drew him into a world of crime. His early days were filled with brotherhood and protection, but the reality of street life soon revealed a darker side. Through diary entries, Marcus reveals the moment he realized the toll of his actions, not just on himself, but on his community and family. Each reflection unravels the ties that bind him to his past, pushing him to confront his identity. In this chapter, listeners witness the gradual shift in Marcus's perspective as he begins to understand the necessity of breaking free from the cycle of violence and seeking a path toward redemption. Chapter 4. Reconciliation through Reflection. Evie's journey of self-discovery unfolds as she grapples with the weight of her past decisions. In her diary entries, she shares raw, heartfelt reflections on the crime that led her to prison and how it shattered her familial bonds. Each page is a testament to her longing for her children, revealing a mother's deep pain and regret. In a poignant moment, Evie writes a letter to her youngest, expressing her love and the dreams she has for their future together. Through these letters, she seeks to bridge the chasm created by her actions, hoping to assure them of her enduring commitment to their well-being. As she explores her vulnerability, Evie confronts feelings of shame while also recognizing the strength it takes to seek forgiveness. This emotional weight becomes a catalyst for her growth, highlighting the possibility of reconciliation, not just with her family, but with herself. A flicker of hope emerges amidst the shadows of regret. Chapter 5. The Journey to Redemption. As the days blend into one another, Marcus Jones embraces his evolving identity amidst the stark reality of prison life. This chapter reveals his determination to break free from the chains of his past. Once consumed by gang loyalty, Marcus now channels his energy into education. He finds solace in books, discovering knowledge as a powerful tool for change. Through group study sessions, he begins to mentor younger inmates, sharing insights on choices and consequences. His reflections reveal a growing awareness of the cycle of violence that has haunted his community. In heartfelt recordings, he speaks of the responsibility he feels to guide those who look up to him, instilling a glimmer of hope as they strive for a better path. This evolving purpose brings him a sense of fulfillment, igniting the flame of redemption within, a hope that one day he will emerge not just as a survivor, but as a catalyst for transformation. Chapter 6: Stories from the Shadows. The soft, rhythmic tapping of fingers against metal echoes in the background as we enter the world of Gerald Gary Lee, an older inmate with a life story steeped in pain and reflection. Through his poignant narrative poetry, Jerry shares tales of his youth, marked by a series of misguided choices that led him to a life behind bars. His verses paint vivid pictures of a society that often turns a blind eye to systemic injustices and the circumstances that shape an individual's fate. As Gary recites his lines, listeners feel the weight of his sorrow and the bittersweet lessons learned from a lifetime of struggle. His reflections serve as a mirror, compelling us to confront uncomfortable truths about crime, identity, and the human condition. With each poem, Jerry dismantles the stereotypes surrounding incarceration, reminding us that the stories of those behind bars are deserving of empathy and understanding. Chapter 7: The Poetry of Regret. As the prison walls close in, Gerald Jerry Lee finds solace in rhythm and rhyme. In this profound chapter, listeners are drawn into the depths of Jerry's reflective narrative poetry, where each stanza acts as a window to his soul. With every word, he unpacks the heavy burden of regret stemming from choices made in his youth. His verses weave tales of lost opportunities and shattered dreams, highlighting how systemic failures shaped his life and led him down a path of crime. Through poignant metaphors, Gary articulates the intertwining of personal identity and societal expectations, appealing for a broader understanding of those trapped within the criminal justice system. By sharing his heartache and wisdom, Jerry challenges listeners to reconsider their perceptions, not merely of him, but of countless lives marked by circumstance. His poetry becomes a powerful tool for change, a testament to the human experience that resonates beyond prison walls. Chapter 8: Finding Sanctuary in Art. As the cold gray walls of her cell closed in, Sarah Patel felt the weight of her isolation. Incarcerated for financial fraud, the young woman struggled to come to terms with her past mistakes. Each day blended into the next, and the silence grew deafening, allowing guilt and despair to creep in. It was during one particularly hollow afternoon that she unearthed an old sketchbook tucked beneath her mattress. With trembling hands, she began to paint. Each stroke of the brush was both an escape and a confrontation, as colors poured forth from her emotions: rage, regret, and an emerging sense of hope. Art became her sanctuary, a space where she could reclaim her identity and express the complexities of her experience. As she shared her creations with fellow inmates, a sense of community blossomed. Together, they found strength, solidarity, and the cathartic power of creativity, transforming their individual struggles into a collective journey of healing. Chapter 9: The Power of Creative Outlet. As the sun sets beyond the prison walls, the sounds of brushes against canvas fill the air, transforming the stark gray environment into a vibrant space of self-expression. Sarah Patel's newfound passion for painting becomes an essential lifeline in her isolation. Each stroke of color allows her to convey emotions that words alone cannot capture, offering an escape from the weight of her past mistakes. In shared art sessions, inmates gather around her, their faces illuminated by the flickering light of creativity. Sarah facilitates connections, encouraging others to express their own stories through art. The energy in the room shifts as laughter and shared vulnerability merge, fostering a sense of community that transcends their circumstances. This collective expression not only aids in healing, but also becomes a testament to the power of creativity as a means of reclaiming identity and worth. Sarah realizes that within these prison walls, they are crafting not only art, but also a sense of belonging. Chapter 10: Uniting Through the Journey. As the echoes of footsteps fill the communal room, the atmosphere buzzes with anticipation. Inmates gather for the inaugural meeting of the Rehabilitation Theater Project, a unique initiative aimed at blending their stories into a unified narrative. The air is thick with a mix of excitement and trepidation as they discuss the transformative power of storytelling, a chance to step beyond the confines of their identities as inmates. Facilitated by a passionate director, the group explores themes of regret, resilience, and redemption, brainstorming ideas for their production. Each inmate is encouraged to share personal experiences, weaving their diverse backgrounds into a collective tapestry. The harmony of their voices begins to emerge, emphasizing shared struggles and aspirations. As laughter and nervousness intertwine, a sense of community starts to blossom, offering hope that through vulnerability and creativity, they can reclaim their narratives and forge connections that transcend prison walls. Chapter 11: Confronting the Past. As rehearsals for the theater project progress, the air thickens with tension and raw emotion. Each character faces the daunting task of bringing their past to life on stage, unearthing buried regrets and unresolved pain. Marcus stands center stage, reciting lines that echo his childhood dreams shattered by gang life. Evelyn, clutching her script, battles tears as she relives the moment that tore her family apart. Jerry's poetic verses resonate deeply, stirring a mixture of despair and hope in every listener. The characters share their vulnerabilities, finding solace in each other's experiences. Through dialogues and monologues, they confront haunting memories, transforming their pain into art. The cathartic power of storytelling washes over the group, binding them closer as they embrace their truths. Each performance becomes a pivotal moment as they realize that facing their past is essential for their journey towards healing and redemption. Together, they weave a tapestry of resilience born from shared struggles. Chapter 12: Breakthroughs on Stage. As rehearsals for the theater production reach their climax, the air is thick with tension and anticipation. The inmates pour their hearts into their performances, confronting the ghosts of their pasts with raw vulnerability. During one pivotal scene, Marcus delivers a monologue about loyalty that echoes through the dimly lit auditorium. The quiet sobs of his fellow inmates serve as a powerful reminder of shared pain. Evie finds herself overwhelmed as she shares a moment with her on-stage children, delivering lines that echo her longing for redemption. Each performance acts as a mirror, revealing not just their regrets, but also their resilience. The audience, comprising prison staff and fellow inmates, reacts with palpable emotion. The catharsis of revealing their truths ignites a sense of belonging among the cast, transforming the stage into a sanctuary. In this intimate space, they discover the profound power of storytelling as a means of healing and uniting fractured lives. Chapter 13: The Path to Liberation. As the final curtain falls on the theater project, the inmates gather to reflect on their transformative experiences. Marcus stands before his peers, his voice steady as he articulates how performing their stories has ignited a newfound sense of purpose. "I've spent my life in silence," he admits, "but now I'm ready to speak." Evelyn, tears glistening in her eyes, shares how the shared vulnerabilities have reignited her hope of reconnecting with her children. Jerry offers a quiet nod, acknowledging how the act of storytelling has given weight to his regrets and illuminated paths to redemption. Sarah expresses gratitude for the friendships forged through creativity, realizing that art has the power to heal. As they discuss their dreams beyond these walls, education, family, and community, they acknowledge the ongoing journey of self-discovery. This collective reflection encapsulates their individual battles and shared aspirations, reinforcing their commitment to transformation as the true path to liberation.